Come on! Do the lighter, darkest hour thing. Hotshot started off as a young Autobot trying to prove he's the best. His confidence in himself is often confused with his ego, but he's still learning side by side with Optimus Prime, and when it comes down to it, he has the heart of an Autobot. Eventually, when the Decepticons joined forces to take on Unicron, Hotshot led the battle against him. He was reformatted into his Powerlinx form, which is replicated with this Legacy Evolution exclusive, which finally brings the one thing Armada fans wanted to see. The real star of the show is the little helicopter, finally bringing in minicons to those who starved for it. I thought this might have been the old mold since I never got it, but no, this is a brand new mold, with a peg underneath and a porthole so it can adapt to modern figures. As for the color, it's based on the show just without the red details, but it could also be seen as the in-between for both original Jolt figures. I love the helicopter. The sculpt is charming with the wide front, tail, and propellers that spin so smoothly it's worth the price just for that alone. Too bad you can't attach Hotshot's engine. For the robot mode, if you lay him down and spin, we could do the weekend whip. I love the sculpt work. Not only does he look like in the show, but there's a charm to the tail body, the small head, and propellers like Tails the Fox. Posability is pretty good too, lacking the head and waist, but at the size, it has elbows, knees, and one benefit from the Micromaster's actual heels. Yep, this is a good counterpart to any Hotshot or even any Armada-based figure. So, is that it? Well, not really. Hotshot transforms into a car, which is not helping if I slip up and say Hot Rod, since the colors seem based on it. The yellow spoiler, the red beauty, the yellow flames, even the engine on top could be seen as a nod, but not only that, this deco looks so good. This is a nice deep red that not only spotlights the bright yellow, but melds with the black in a nice contrast. The original Hotshot will always be a classic, but the paint on the hood isn't far off from the plastic red color, and that little stripe on top acts more like a sunroof. There's a friendly roundness to it, but it's also flat and pretty slick looking. The engine plugs in the middle, and the headlights now use a slight gold tint. No saw blades, but you can open the feet. It rolls well. You could plug the new weapons to the side of the broken up spoiler, and with the minicon port originally, though it's just meant to be a nod, you can fold down Jolt and plug him in as the iconic jet turbine like the live action Gadget Mobile. What can I say? The deco here really seems to fit for someone named Hot Rod, or what was it again? Robot mode. Ka-chow! Ka-chow! Hotshot may look better in this deco, arguably, but that doesn't mean all the problems or quirks are fixed. The windshield still hangs off and pops off the joint often, there's still no paint in the lower legs, and the spoilers on the shoulders slip out, but not as easily anymore. However, I can get by all that as long as he looks good, and the deep red continues to look wonderful against the black used for parts of the limbs and waist. I like the bold yellow come together and the seatbelt style details picked out in the slight gold. It has a backpack, but that should be there. The yellow version will always be iconic to me, but now he has a brand new head. Notice the difference? It's not the goggles. The helmet's similar, even keeping the black dots. That's right, now he has a longer mouth. Cool. Can't believe they took the time to remold this. Did someone say articulation? Head rotation, shoulders out and in forward, the back rotation below, elbow bend, waist rotation, hips out and in forward, the back rotation below, knee bend, and foot tilt. Admittedly, I wish there was more to the arms, like a deeper elbow or a wrist joint, but my big issue is the knees themselves. I'm glad the hood moves out of the way, but there's a weird soft notch that locks it in place. Let's take a look at the accessories. Besides the fact he can hold or port Jolt, he still retains the engine block used as a blaster. It's only painted in black this time. There's the classic bazooka rocket on his back with a blast port and the flip out goggles that seem to lock up. I guess they combine. Now, in the nod to the episode dash, he has two different rifles in gray plastic. These are large weapons and can use the included blast effects. These are the exact ones from Siege Jetfire, but with a much deeper orange and for some reason a bunch of warped tips. Both of them can be split into 3 different parts. Furthermore, the rifle pegs fold up, and with the rocket out of the way, they tab inside. On my copy, one does slip off, but when it's sandwiched between the rocket, it doesn't seem to slip out. I know this isn't for everyone. I'm aware of the issues the mold has, and that people are going after the minicon only. I think for me, the original Hotshot needed something more, something special that I just wasn't getting. Not only do I love the deco used here, but the bonus weapons, blast effects, and come on, Jolt is a charmer, it all comes together where I personally feel satisfied with the figure as a whole. Perhaps this is one to reconsider if you're hesitant about it. Anybody notice he looks like he's crying tire tracks?
AllSpark TV. Now that's just prime.